Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business and start you off with an oracle card so we can dip our toes right in that energy and see what's up for my friends. We are in the holiday spirit. You get to have your cards read by a big old fluffy teddy bear, my friends. Let's get it going though. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which I always find interesting. But let's get it going here. What's up with Virgo, please? We have recently moved out of Virgo season, so hopefully you're all well and fantastic. We have this very spiritual energy leading us off here. Now, this can remind me of the Hierophant from time to time, but I get very spiritual undertones. So we'll speak about it. We'll peel back the layers. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check it out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it, my friends. But into the reading, enough of all that. You see this individual, striking imagery, if I do say so myself. This person is blindfolded in symbolism that does represent, sure, it could represent mystery, so the mysteries of spirituality, but this is somebody that is not focused on the material. This is somebody focused on the world of the inner, the etheric world as well. Notice there's all these different symbolic meanings of spirituality. You have all the different major religions represented there. So sure, this could represent Hierophant type of energy, long-lasting implications. It could represent power structures, corporations, sure. But the main thing I always pick up here is a heavy tie to spirituality. So in this time, you might be feeling a little extra spiritual. You might be doing more spiritual research, finding your own self in spiritualism, which would be good. Or this could be spirit asking you to do so. Like invest a little bit more of your time into spiritual practice. That could be very beneficial for you. Okay. It could even represent people from the other side, like spirit team, angels, however you want to call it, that are watching out for you, the unseen. So let's get into tarot, because that is spiritual protection as well. But we're going to get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. Let's shuffle it up one time for the lovely Virgos here. My gods and spirit team. So, last week's reading was extremely positive. And I will say this, it's been like a ping pong match the last few weeks. Like we get one really positive one with some challenges. It's been a lot of back and forths. But last week's reading was titled A Massive Blessing. So hopefully something has come into your life that was fantastic. Remember, that energy could still hold over. Okay, just because we got a new reading doesn't mean that blessing still can't come in. But let's get 3 out here. As always, just take this how it hits. You know, energy is very fluid. Nothing's ever set in stone. Let's get these 3 out here, because this could be the energy of other people in your sphere of influence as well. Okay, we do have the Sword of Truth showing up in position number 1, the Ace of Swords. Very powerful energy to start us off here. A mental energy, an energy of communication as well. Let's keep moving. You know I like a lot of aces, especially to start off a reading. Let's get 2 more, please. Thank you. King of Wands. So we have this fire-air combination leading us off. You know what I always say about that. That's explosive. It could be possibly volatile, but it's not feeling rough just yet. Let's get 1 more. 8 of Pentacles. Nice. All right. So this seems neutral on its face. Like the clarifiers are really going to tell us the tale here, but we're going to go through super quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get the intuitive, juicy stuff. So in position number 1, like I said, the Sword of Truth. All aces are opportunities. So when we lead off a reading with an ace of any kind, it can represent various opportunities coming your way. The realm of new, okay? Whether it's new beginnings, new things coming into your life, it's nice. But when I see this card, it can represent a little stern, serious type of energy, similar to the Queen and King of Swords, right? Somebody who's straightforward, honest, direct. This card could represent clarity of mind, like so somebody who's thinking clearly, or their mental state. So we're really going to have to see what's up underneath. But it is stern. And for some people, it could represent trying to cut certain things out of your life, certain behaviors, certain thinking patterns, even certain individuals. Now, moving to the center, we do have the King of Wands. I see this as a positive card on its face. For some of you, this could just represent a fire sign that you're linked to. It could represent an older male figure as well. When I see the King of Wands, he's entrepreneurial. He is motivated. It's a shot caller type of energy. So this might be something you're falling into, like calling the shots, making moves, making things happen, right? But the main thing I always think with this card is Spirit might be asking you to really analyze what you're putting your energy into. And I'm seeing that with the Eight of Pentacles next to it as well. There might be something in regards to like how you're spending your time or how you're spending your energy. Are you putting it into fruitful things? Are you putting it into things that you shouldn't be? Whether that's people or situations. Not a bad card whatsoever, because it could be very enterprising. Now, moving to the very back end, and like I always say, we'll get more detail as we clarify. We do have the Eight of Pentacles. This is one of my favorite cards. This is a card of artistry. It's a card of diligence. It's a card of craftsmanship. Big signals to monetary situations. This is big signals to work and anything involving the community. But this is a dedicated energy of someone working hard. Now, I do always say all cards have a duality to them. They have positives, they have negatives. The negatives of this card could be somebody that's working a little too much. This could be like a workaholic type of energy. But generally, I do think this is dedication, good, and creative. So we'll just have to see. For some of you, it could just be as simple as like your work being in money mode or how you acquire money. Let's dive deeper on all of it though, Virgo. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Virgo friends, please, my guides. Talk to me. And yes, Virgo, this is where I go intuitive, which means I just tell you how it feels to me, so feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's see what's up with that Ace of Swords. And as always, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Virgo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind. You won't be stepping on my bare toes. So what's going on with that Ace of Swords? All right, the deck is acting funky. There we go. Magician in reverse. Beware of mistakes in this time, okay? Or recognizing something that may have been a mistake. That's initially the first vibe I'm catching here with the Magician in reverse. And that's only the first message, because it's giving me a lot of things like a flood right now. So beware of mistakes first off, all right? Or this could be you realizing like, you know, maybe that should have been handled different. Or even you spotting somebody else's mistakes. That could be a big energy. This could absolutely be Spirit asking you to take control of something though. Like your control could be necessary, because the Magician in reverse isn't always a bad thing. It could be somebody like taking charge, taking control in the material world. So there could be issues or situations that you need to like really enforce your hand in, especially with a card like the King of Wands right next to it. So I feel like it's one or the other, either spotting mistakes, realizing mistakes, seeing it truthfully and honestly, maybe even talking to somebody about it, or just taking that control. All right, don't let anything spin out of hand. Like your firm hand might be needed here for something. Okay, so we're going to keep moving over. Okay, hopefully this isn't somebody trying to control you. Like I would say that's worst case scenario, but I'm not even going to go that route, because I do feel like for some of you, Spirit might want you to step up to bat or step up to the plate. So we're going to see what's up with that King of Wands. We're not going to stay stuck on these cards too long. We're going to keep it moving for you, my friends. Time is money, right? So what's up here? Yeah, this feels really good. We have the star in the upright underneath this King of Wands. Beautiful. More of the fire-air mixture. This could be something really, really good. Okay, you might set something into motion in the coming days and weeks that will pay off huge, big dividends. And I know I said last week's reading was like massive blessing incoming, and that could still be at play. But when I see the star card, it's hope. It's a card of manifestation, wish fulfillment, wishes coming true. So for some of you, I do feel like there's that still extremely positive energy holding over here. This is really nice. Okay, possible wish fulfillment type of energy. And we're not just talking blessings. Like you might set something into motion that's going to pay off in a huge way. All right, I'll just show you both of these. But once again, going back to what I said, taking control. So this could be Spirit asking you to direct yourself to your own happiness. You have the tools, okay? You have the tools to make whatever it is you want come to pass, come true. Utilize the tools you have, Okay, focus your energy in the proper places. I feel like this is it. For some of you, this could be advice you need to give somebody else. Like if you know there's somebody around you that's struggling, having a hard time, having a rough go at it, remind them that they have the tools to succeed and make this wish come true. This is beautiful wish fulfillment type of energy. Really like it. So we're going to see what's up with that Eight of Pentacles right here on the back end. Let me just get these cards straightened out or it's going to bug me. And yeah, then we'll go through and do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Lovely. This is a lovely energy thus far. I know we did have this little possible somebody identifying mistakes in the beginning, but hey, identifying errors, identifying mistakes, and righting the ship could be a very good thing. So let's see what's up with that Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, make sure you're taking care of yourself in various ways. We have the Four of Swords in the upright underneath this Eight of Pentacles. And to me, that is a card of rest, relaxation, recuperation. And I know Virgos, tons of Virgos personally. These are very ambitious people, right? Like in my personal experience, Virgos are extremely ambitious. When they have a plan, when there's something they want to do, when there's something they want to acquire, they will work tirelessly to attain that. They will put things into play to attain what they want. But you need to make sure you're taking care of yourself, because I see somebody working themselves to the bone here, okay, right on the back end. You could still achieve what you want. You could still have these huge payoffs, these wins, these victories, all that stuff we were just talking about. But you need to have that work-life balance. That's kind of what this back end feels like. Now, if that's not you, that could be someone in your life that they're just working themselves to the bone, and it's like they don't have time for anything else. They're just so focused on one thing, like acquiring this money for whatever reason, or just putting time in, that it's to their own detriment. So make sure you're making time to rest, recuperate, relax when you need to. Okay, don't work yourself to the bone. Okay, hustle culture could be toxic sometimes, and I'll say that. Okay, it doesn't mean I always practice what I preach in regards to that, doing 12 videos a week. But let's go through and do a quick recap here. Make sure you're taking care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, especially spiritually with that first card we had in the beginning. Now, in position number one, real quick recap before we get into the shadow card. We have the Ace of Swords with the Magician in reverse. I did say this felt like Spirit saying watch out for mistakes in this time. Keep a sharp eye for mistakes, whether it's people making mistakes, minor or major. Just have a sharp eye in regards to that. However, you might need to really take the reins in regards to something. Exert your control. Into the center, we have the King of Wands with the Star. And yeah, this was giving me beautiful vibes. That fire-air combination, that explosive, like possible payoff, win, victory feels luscious. Love it. So if you put proper things in place, you can achieve what you desire. Like this is wish fulfillment energy. I would claim this quickly. Now moving to the very back end, we do have the Eight of Pentacles with the Four of Swords. To me, like I was saying, I went on a whole tirade about it, like somebody working themselves to a bone. Make sure you have a work-life balance. I'll just leave it at that. Not going to repeat all the things again. Let's get into the shadow cards. I would say overall, Virgo, this feels positive once again. So nice. Let's shuffle it up one time. We're using the Shadowland Tarot once again. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. Whether it's something, whether it's something within yourself, a person. Let's see what's in the shadows for Virgo. Because sometimes this card could represent a person that's like just out of sight. Somebody laying low. What's going on here? Okay, we do have the Hierophant. So if you are connected to a Taurus, they're showing up here in the shadows. Okay, so whether this is somebody like keeping eyes on, or even if this is just a past Taurus that's left a mark on you, they're showing up here. Now, interesting that the very first card of the whole entire reading and the last card is literally Hierophant energy. They're like bookends. So there are ties to spirituality in the beginning and in the end, partially in the main part of the spread as well. So I will tell you to keep that in mind. There could be some little shadows in regards to spiritual practice showing up once again. But the Hierophant is usually planted, immovable. This could be Spirit asking you to not be one-track minded. Don't be stubborn in this time. Be a little flexible, a little movable. Okay, but for some of you, this could even be a long-lasting relationship that's showing up in the shadows as well. That may have left a big mark. So lots of things. The Hierophant is a powerful energy. It's very complex. But Virgo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. For the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the wonderful Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot card you'd like to see me dressed up as for Halloween this year. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.